Jace?
What's up?
What are you doing here?
It's Batman. He's in trouble. Gotham's gotten worse. Commissioner Gordon's dead. Batman is going to kill the Joker. Like, you need to come back to Gotham and convince him not to do it.
Bruce Wayne's not my responsibility.
But he saved you, Dick. What if you're the last person on Earth who can save him?
He lost his conscience.
He never had a conscience.
He's the only hero that Gotham has left. If he goes bad, the city goes down.
Bruce! Wait! This wasn't justice. This was a massacre.
There's no saving him anymore. He has to be stopped.
Bruce, it's Dick. We're coming after you.
Batman. He chose to embrace his darkness rather than deny it.
This is what you've always wanted. Wanted me to give in to the darkness, to become you. I'm a murderer. Let's end this.
What's going on, everybody? Did you just see that trailer? If you're watching this part of the video, you definitely just saw that trailer. That is the finale to Titans, and oh my god. We are getting freaking Batman on Titans Season 1, and dude, he's kicking ass. Like, oh my god. Like, I just cannot believe what we just saw. And I was wondering why. I just saw the episode of Titans a little while ago, and they usually show the trailer right at the end of the episode. They didn't do that with this one. I can totally tell why. So I'm going to go ahead and break down some of the trailer, just some of the key points that are happening in this. But the one thing I do want to point out is if you are not watching the Titans show, you should be. But at the same time, if you didn't see this last episode or you haven't been watching the season, this is clearly a dream sequence. At the end of the latest episode, we know that Trigon has been brought to Earth by Raven and her mother, and there's like this protective barrier around their house, and only Dick Grayson was able to run inside where all the other heroes were kept outside. So I believe what is about to happen is Dick Grayson is going to get like his perfect life with like the perfect nightmare kind of situation happening, and it is going to be Batman just turning into this super murderous superhero that Dick Grayson doesn't want to be. And I think Trigon's going to try to get Dick Grayson to embrace that darkness and become the same kind of person. And some of the dead giveaways for that is you see freaking Corey, she's like a secret agent now, or she's like an FBI agent, and she's helping with these murders. You also have Trigon himself right here talking to Dick Grayson. And you have Dub, who is Bay, talking to Dick Grayson right here, where it looks like they're actually together because Dick Grayson is visited by Jason Todd outside of a very nice house. And Dick Grayson, there's no way from the last episode to this episode that he's just become like a super homebody guy. So again, I think this is his perfect, you know, like memory, or his perfect dream, I should say, where he would have ended up with Dawn. They would have had a nice white picket fence kind of house. All of that, you know, just very stereotypical perfect life kind of stuff. And then his worst nightmare is going to be Batman and having to fight Batman, because the title of this episode is Titans Robin versus Batman. So yeah, I 100,000,000,000,000,000,000% think this is a dream sequence just with a lot of the stuff that is going on in this story. And it kind of gives me a sigh of relief, because there have been rumors that Batman is going to be like a murderous vigilante superhero and he has no problem with killing, and I'm kind of hoping the rumors stem from this episode, that's what people are going off of. Because to be honest, I enjoyed BVS, but I don't like the idea of Batman killing. And seeing Titans do the same thing, like, oh yeah, Batman's a killer, that's why Robin left him, that kind of just like, I'm like, again, like, I don't really need that happening. It was cool in BVS because they were following Frank Miller's Dark Knight Return storyline, but that's not happening here in Titans. So I'm kind of hoping that wherever that rumor started, that Dick Grayson left Batman because he was a murderer, is just because of this dream sequence episode, and maybe Batman just is a really violent guy that Robin had to leave, but he's not a murderer. I would totally love that, because that's kind of what happens in the comic books and stuff. Batman does get a little bit too brutal, and just Robins have had enough, and he's just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm getting out of here. And, you know, they both kind of changed their ways after that. So I'm holding out hope that Batman is not a killer in the Titan series. It's just because of this episode. And we freaking talk about what it looks like is happening in this episode. So like I said, it's Robin versus Batman. And from what we see, the reason Batman goes crazy or he starts murdering everybody is because Commissioner Gordon has been murdered himself, and it looks like it's because of the Joker. So Commissioner Gordon's death looks like it's going to be the breaking point for Batman, which this could be really interesting for future seasons of Titans, because if this is a dream sequence, right, and let's say Robin goes through everything and he sees that Batman is going to kill everybody if he loses somebody close to him like Commissioner Gordon, what's going to happen if they do the Red Hood storyline down the line and Jason Todd actually dies by the hands of the Joker? Is Dick Grayson going to have to intervene when he finds out, because he knows what Batman can do? That would be really interesting to see in future episodes. So from this trailer, it just looks like Batman is kicking everybody's ass. Anything that moves, Batman is kicking their ass. And from these scenes right here, it looks like Batman went to Arkham and killed every villain he's ever put in there, because this is Two-Face. Right here, this looks like it's the Riddler. This is clearly the Joker being thrown through a car, probably off a building. And then all of these bodies right here, I can only assume are other villains that Batman killed in Arkham, which this is crazy. Like, this is the Grim Knight scenario for Batman. If you don't know who the Grim Knight is, he is a 100% lethal Batman. He's from the Dark Multiverse, if you guys haven't been reading any of the Batman comics this year. He's in the recent issue of the Batman Who Laughs. He's just a Batman that loves killing. So Batman is going full Grim Knight Batman in this series. But this is crazy. He's killed everybody in Gotham, or I should say in Arkham, that has ever like just been a villain, which is crazy. But I'm gonna be so interested to see what's gonna happen, because we see that the cops are like, Batman's gotta come down, he's crossed the line, blah blah blah. So they're bringing in Dick Grayson to take down Batman, and you know Jason Todd's asking for his help as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see freaking Robin versus Dick Grayson. Sorry, Batman versus Robin, which is going to be really crazy. And I'm just super pumped for this episode. It looks like, of course, Dick Grayson is going to find him. You know, Batman's going to have all his tricks. Dick Grayson's probably going to have to, like, you know, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, don't do this, don't do that, because they know each other so well. So this episode could be epic. Like, I'm excited. That's really all I have to say about it. I just really wanted to talk about the Batman stuff. If you guys aren't watching Titans, you should watch Titans. There are some episodes that are like, meh. You know, I've covered some of the episodes. I haven't covered all of them. I'm not going to cover this last episode, but this trailer, I definitely wanted to talk about it because it is Batman heavy, and holy crap. What are your thoughts on this in the comment section down below? Before I go, I do want to point out that it kind of sucks for Gotham. Any of you Gotham fans that are out there, I don't care. You guys know that I didn't like the Gotham build to Batman, but I am going to be covering the final season. But it's crazy that Titans is just throwing out Batman in season 1, and Gotham is like, oh, we're barely going to get Batman on our final episode. So that kind of sucks for Gotham, but what can you do? You know, Titans, this is a streaming service. They have less rules. It is produced by DC. So I just think that's pretty crazy and sucks for Gotham, but what can you do? It's their final season. This show's just getting started. It was going to be more comic booky. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on everything in that comment section down below. If you haven't seen my latest episodes of things, go check that out. If you didn't hear, Victor Zsasz is going to be in Birds of Prey. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things Batman on this channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Also, there's new merch. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. If you want a new Batman shirt, go get one. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Juice Wayne. Remember, I still don't have an outro, but Batman is awesome.